Guys, I've got some really major spoilers for you all. Lots of exciting information get revealed recently. We got new spoilers for Dragon Ball Super episode 62 to 65. This is one of the biggest spoiler video I made in a while. Obviously, it's going to contain a lot of spoilers and will give you a clear idea about the upcoming plot. If you don't want to get spoiled, you know exactly what to do. We got spoilers from multiple sources. I will highlight the most relevant information for you guys. Make sure you watch the entire video because this all are 100% officially confirmed information. Dragon Ball Super episode 62. I'll protect the world. Trunks' angry superpower explosion. Airing date October 16th. Description combined from source 1, 2 and the old one. Son Goku and Company have eliminated the Zamasu in the present, but the future hasn't still changed. Goku and Company return to the present. Vegeta says, "We can't beat them in head-on battle," but Piccolo replies, "In that case, there is one thing you can do." Going to the Turtle Hermit Master Roshi to learn the evil containment wave. Trunks entrusts Goku with finding a way of defeating Zamasu and Company after returning to the past. Goku asks the Turtle Hermit to teach him the evil containment wave, but in order to defeat Zamasu and Goku Black for sure this time, Goku and Company has come to the future once again. But Zamasu and Goku Black's battle power far surpasses their own. Future Trunks tries to stand against them, but they accuse him, "You are the cause of it all." According to this information, in episode 62, Goku and Vegeta will leave Trunks alone in the future timeline and come back to the present. After arriving, Piccolo suggests them a technique. From the later information, we come to know it is the evil containment wave. It's a classic move from Dragon Ball which was attempted in the King Piccolo saga. Basically, using this move, demonic creatures can be sealed or trapped. Since Zamasu is immortal and undefeatable, they are planning to use this technique, for learning which they visit Master Roshi. But in the preview summary, there are hints that there would be some obstacle in trying to use that technique. From the preview summary, it sounds like at the very end of episode 62, Goku and Vegeta will return back to the future once again. That would mean future Trunks in one way or the other was able to hold Black and Zamasu for that duration. The title kind of suggests that Trunks might get a new transformation. Also, Zamasu and Black was blaming future Trunks that he is the reason behind this all, probably hinting towards the time distortions he created by time traveling throughout the years has relation with all this. And the preview also confirms that their power still is way higher than Goku and Company. However, overall from this and the coming episode spoiler, it looks like the evil containment wave or Mafuba technique will probably not be successful. It could be that it is useless against godly Zamasu, or they couldn't perform the attack completely, or the Zamasu was released from the seal by fusion. Yes, the fusion part. I'm coming to that soon. I already made a separate discussion on the evil containment wave and future Trunks' probable transformation. So, I will be attaching that video after I finish covering the spoilers of episode 63 to 65. Dragon Ball Super episode 63. Source 2 doesn't reveal much, so I'm going to mention source 1 only. Dragon Ball Super episode 63 title, "Don't Defile Saiyan Cells." The curtain rises on Vegeta's intense battle. Airing date October 23rd. Although Trunks puts his life on the line battling against Zamasu and Goku Black in order to protect the world of the future, Goku Black inflicts critical damage on him and is about to finish him off. However, at that moment, Goku and Vegeta return to the battlefield. So basically what happened in this reveal is they included a part of the last episode in order to not give away much. They do it quite often. The way I see it, since Goku and Vegeta's return to the future is mentioned in episode 62, they will probably return at the end of 62. The summary doesn't reveal much, but the title gives us a good idea of what we're going to see in this episode. So future Trunks is critically damaged, alright, and they were about to finish him off. That is when Goku and Vegeta returns. So half-dead Trunks is probably going to trigger Vegeta a lot. And Vegeta will probably attack Black and Zamasu, and we might get to see Vegeta getting involved in some intense action. Then we have the title of episode 64. Dragon Ball Super, episode 64. Praise and adore him. The explosive birth of merged Zamasu. Airing date October 30th. I think we all can pretty much understand what they're hinting. Goku Black and Zamasu both have Potara earring on, and we know for a fact that if one of them switches it to the other ear, they will merge or fuse into one even stronger being. So by this time, Vegeta and company will somewhat push Black and Zamasu to their limits or some kind of problematic situation to overcome which they will fuse. It could also be to counter the evil containment wave, which doesn't get mentioned in the preview after episode 62. Maybe after Zamasu gets sealed or is about to get attacked, Black will risk it all and march to become extremely powerful. So, you could probably also guess what this could lead to. Dragon Ball Super might answer the fans. Yes guys, it looks like we are on the verge of getting Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta fusion. So let's take a look at episode 65 title. Dragon Ball Super, episode 65. Final Judgment? The Supreme God's Ultimate Power. Airing date November 6th. Guys, this title and the Supreme God's Ultimate Power is probably referring to the Zamasu and Black fusion. Supreme God, you know what I mean, right? So that's the most likely scenario. However, it could also be referring to some other events, like to counter the evil god Black Zamasu. Goku and Vegeta might fuse to become the Supreme God and might reach an ultimate form of power. Or there's one material that has not been used till now, that is the Zeno button. It could be in one way or the other get pressed and the Omni-King might appear. Final Judgment could be hinting that too. Even though Zeno is friends with Goku, he might want to hear out both sides. If Black Zamasu informs Omni-King about how Trunks is the one who started it all by breaking the laws of time, it would be interesting to see his reaction. Also, it'd be interesting to see how he deals with Goku or Beerus not telling him about all this. Especially, time traveling is illegal and gods didn't do anything about it even after knowing it. What if he announces a trial by combat? This is very unlikely, but the obvious is already talked about. So I'm just trying to know how you guys feel about other possibilities. Anyways, like I said earlier, it's probably referring to Zamasu and Black's merged form. But even if we don't get Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta or Gogeta in episode 65, I think we will get it after that episode or very soon. Because they have brought up the fusion concept and there's no way they could close it without Goku and Vegeta using it. Many fans would be totally pissed off if they do that. Even plot wise, there must be some counter to Black Zamasu, and fusion seems to be the most logical answer. So I personally think this is in a way almost officially confirms the return of fusion, and we will possibly see Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta or Vegito taking on Zamasu Black very soon. Thanks a lot to Herms for translating the preview summaries, all courtesy goes to him. However, I'm now attaching the episode 62 Evil Containment Wave detailed video which I made earlier on. If you want to know more about the Evil Containment Wave and predictions specifically regarding episode 62, then keep watching. So that's basically it. Though the reveal is from episode 62 preview summary, we might get the majority of this in episode 61. As episode previews tend to include a part of the plot from the last episode to not give away too much. We know the Zamasu in the future is immortal, and attacks were having no impact on him. Future Trunks attacked him with his sword and then with a full powered final flash, but didn't really damage him. So in order to defeat him, they had to do something like sealing him away. And it looks like Goku and Company did figure out a technique they could use. It is the evil Containment wave, otherwise known as Mafuba, which was introduced way back in Dragon Ball King Piccolo saga. As explained in Dragon Ball Wikia, evil Containment wave is a technique designed to seal demons away by sucking them into a container with a special demon seal or Fuda on it. The move requires so much of the user's life force to perform that those who use it are likely to die soon afterward, despite the success of the technique. The move requires so much of the user's life force to perform that those who use it are likely to die soon afterward, despite the success of the technique. The technique was first successfully implemented by Master Mutaidu against King Piccolo. After King Piccolo's second coming, Master Roshi and Tien both attempted the move but failed to do it perfectly. We also see Kami trying this technique on Piccolo Jr., but Piccolo reversed the move and sealed Kami. That was the last time we saw this technique in the anime. The entire Dragon Ball Z series never even mentioned this technique. Now, after all this time in Dragon Ball Super, we the fans might just be fortunate enough to see this classic move getting used once again. Out of all these things, I'm most excited and happy about Master Roshi becoming relevant again. I don't know how you guys feel, but I have been waiting for this for a long time. I even made some fun theories as to how Roshi could get involved in Super again, but the way the plot was progressing, I never thought it would actually happen. And I'm so happy I can't literally express it in words. Master Roshi, from being the strongest human on Earth, making Goku who he is today, defeating Goku in the martial arts tournament, totally got turned off in the later part of the series. I had a hard time accepting that, because Roshi is one of my most favorite characters ever. Now, I understand that Roshi's involvement might be very short. I don't imagine it would take long for Goku or any other Z fighters at this point of time to learn the Containment wave. Even back in the Dragon Ball days, Tien learned it after watching Roshi performing it only for once. He had to train though, but Goku is a quick learner, so let's see how it plays out. Anyways, I'm satisfied with even this much involvement of Roshi. DBS is really raising its standard. First they gave some spotlight to Yajirobe, and now Roshi. I hope Krillin, Tien, Piccolo and others will also get some moments soon. However, at the end of the summary, there's a but, hinting there would be some kind of complexity. What could it be? I think it could be like to learn the move, you have to see it getting used. But there's no way to do that currently. Or the negative side of the move might be brought up, that is, if this technique is used, the user is most likely to die. Now, you could argue that Goku is so strong and has so much life force that he wouldn't die. But it's not King Piccolo but Zamasu. And Zamasu is not only strong but also immortal. Now, I don't know how exactly this works, but sealing down an immortal enemy who keeps regenerating could be a harder task, and assumable, Goku Black would be trying to interfere. So if a situation arises that they think the user will die, I doubt they would be ready to let Goku go, as Goku is the strongest member of the squad and might be required later on, so someone else could learn it. Now, the possibility of this happening is very low, but since Tien already knows the technique, they could just take him with them in the future and make him use the move, as Tien dying won't be affecting them that much. But like I said, it's very unlikely because Super probably doesn't have any plans of getting the Z fighters involved in the battle. Also, Goku would not ask someone else to die instead of him. Another issue could be the technique was originally designed to seal demonic creatures, but Zamasu is more like a god originally, so that point might get raised. However, I think Zamasu now has evil ki for doing all that he is doing and can be sealed using this technique. Also in episode 60, we see Beerus and Whis opt to stay on Earth and wait to see how things turn out in the future, so I wonder what they will do when Goku and Vegeta return with the bad news. This also probably confirms that future Master Roshi is either dead or untraceable. In the Cell Saga, Master Roshi was never shown getting killed. He was hiding underwater in a submarine. However, we don't see him in Super. So unless he appears out of the blue in the future and does the technique himself, he's probably dead, which is why Goku and Vegeta had to come back to the past. Now in the future timeline, it looks like Trunks is taking on Black and Zamasu all by himself. The preview summary only clearly mentions that Trunks will fight Black while Goku and Vegeta will seek for a solution from the past. I think this is kind of contradictory. How can future Trunks take on Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black all by himself? Especially since Black defeated Vegeta and Goku in their SSB form. I think we have all kinds of hints suggesting that Trunks will get a new transformation. If he doesn't, that would be even weirder, and to be honest, wouldn't make any sense. Transformation is the only thing that could make it seem a bit legit. Even though we don't know what type of transformation it is going to be, I personally don't want or don't think it will be Super Saiyan Blue. Because I think God form should be something exclusive to Goku and Vegeta. I also believe it would be an awful idea if everyone starts becoming a god. That takes the value away from the word alone. So, I think Trunks will have his own brand of transforming, and that path could later be followed by other half-blooded Saiyans. The title says the superpower of rage. I think they could do something really intense and muscular. If there's a new transformation, I want it to be muscular AF. Maybe Trunks could pull off a Super Trunks, but with complete control over his body that won't reduce his speed. Other justification could be Trunks was active throughout the years in his timeline as opposed to Gohan, and from what has been shown till now, half-blooded Saiyans have more potential. But having all that said, it is still a bit inconsistent provided Goku and Vegeta trained under Whis. And another huge point that people forget, they trained for years in the hyperbolic time chamber while they were in their SSB form. That's huge, a year spent totally on training. Then Trunks battling Black as good as them don't make too much sense. You can also check out my Dragon Ball Super episode 61 preview breakdown, where I predict how Zamasu switched bodies with Goku in details. Bless the comment section with your opinion down below.